the hurt child, the hurt child's emotions. What would you do with those emotions if you were humble? Eloise?
I'd feel them, and I'd love feeling them, and I'd go back and just be praying for as many memories as I possibly can have and actually feel those memories.
Okay, so you'd be willing to visit the memories of your life, and particularly your childhood memories. You'd have a strong desire to know what they are and feel them.
And I'd want to know who she is, you know, who I am.
Who the person who was suppressed really would have turned out to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? You'd want to know. What do most of us do instead of that? What do you do, Elizabeth?
What I do is I go, nah, you stay out of the way, thanks. I don't even want to know about you. In fact, I don't even do that. I'm just like, nah, she doesn't even exist.
Yeah, you keep her in a box.
Totally.
And you put the lid on her, put a few nails in the coffin and hope that it stays a coffin.
Yeah.
Right? That's not the way to love yourself.
No.
That child is hurt. That child needs your support, needs your love, tender care, needs your compassion, needs your honesty, needs so many things from you. Every time you put her or him in a box and then you nail it flat and then you bury it, right, you're doing exactly what your parents did with you. That's how you turned out to be the person you are right now. Your parents buried the real you by suppressing you, controlling you, resisting any of your development, telling you that you had to be what they wanted you to be, and so forth. And by the time that was all finished, the real you got buried somewhere, and now you're going to have to somehow unearth her or him and allow him or her to feel their emotions about that. That's what you would choose to do instead. Now, some of those emotions are going to be embarrassing, because they're like 3-year-old. And remember yesterday we said every emotion you feel when you're relating to a childhood experience is locked up at the age of the experience. You're going to feel embarrassed feeling 3-year-old when you're 35 or 40 or 50 or 60 or 70, particularly if other people see it, right? You think, oh, that little child, where did they come from? Right? But you need to get over that. If you were truly humble, you would allow the embarrassment and still feel it. Right? So shall we say we would be feeling the hurt inner child? And I don't like to say, let's call him just the hurt child, because it's not inner, it's you. Right? It's a large part of the real you. Like inside of finding that person, you're also going to find a lot of very nice things about yourself that you never knew, because all of those things got suppressed as well. And unless you're willing to let that person, he or she, have her way with you, you're not going to be able to even come to know who you are. Right? Your parents chose to suppress that person, control that person, put that person in a box and bury it. And you need to choose to do the opposite. If you're going to be humble, you would choose to do the opposite to that. Right? Okay? Now, we've covered a lot about